What's going on, everyone? It's me, Marco from PhoneDog.com. It's finally day 30 of the LG G Flex Challenge. I'm ready to talk about what I think about this device after using it as my personal device for the past 30 days. Now, first things first, I have noticed the size of the G Flex quite a lot more than usual. Mainly it's because I've been reviewing a few other smaller devices, also like the S5 is coming around. So it's definitely a quite sizable phone. I mean, it has a 6-inch display. The phone's about 6.1, 6.2 inches total in length. And it's quite wide and quite big. It's not exactly meant for one-handed operation, and that's just something that I personally don't like. But again, I do see why people do like having such a bigger display. Now, processor-wise, I mean, it's a powerful device. 2.3 gigahertz quad-core processor. You have 2 whole gigabytes of RAM. It's not quite up to standards to the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, but again, this is running Android 4.3, not 4.4, and LG's own actual UI. So it's still a relatively quick UI and software. There's not much lag over here, and things like Google Chrome still run beautifully smooth. You guys already seen the review of the LG G Flex, and you guys already saw the actual performance of the G Flex, so you guys already know that it's quite a capable device. Now, one downside, and I have really noticed it the past couple days, especially after watching so many high quality videos on here, is the display is subpar. Now, having 245 pixels per inch, again, it's not the biggest downfall by any means. I mean, the iPhone 5S, I've been using that as my personal device for the past, 6 or 7 months, or whenever it came out last September, and that's a sub 720p display. This is 720p, but it's 6 inches large, which means it has quite a low PPI, basically. So pixels per inch is only at 245, unlike the Galaxy Note 3, where it's over 300, unlike the HTC One, which is over 400. This one is subpar. So if you do like screen technology, you do like high pixel density displays, this phone will definitely not be for you. Now, one thing I do mention is the fingerprints that actually accumulate on this device, and I don't know why, but it just feels like it gets more fingerprints. Now, again, it's not that big of a deal. But I don't like having a dirty phone, and I certainly don't like putting cases on my devices. I mean, I use my iPhone completely bare. I use any phone completely bare because I keep good care of my devices. But this thing just collects fingerprints like no one's business. Now, one thing that I do love about the G Flex is the ability to self-heal. Now, in practice, it works like a charm. So if you scratch the phone on the back anyway, give it a couple minutes. You can actually accelerate it by heating it up with your finger. So basically just rub it really quickly, causes some friction, gets some more heat, and then basically the light to moderate scratches will heal itself just like a car's clear coat. Deeper scratches will take a little longer, but usually they will clear up. Now, there's only one deep scratch that has not come off the G Flex, and that was done with a pocket knife. Now, that just shows you how darn basically flexible this back is in terms of how it can heal itself. Now, the second part is the flexibility of this device that, honestly, I just don't see how I can use it as my everyday purpose, because I don't put my devices in my back pocket. For one, this is quite a large device. Now, it is curved, so I guess it can, fit or, curve around your bottom area, if you want to say it like that. But again, I never put my phone in my back pocket, and I never really wanted to put my phone in pressure in terms of being crushed. Now, in practice, it flexes, it doesn't break, so that's a good story. Now, the main question from this LG G Flex Challenge is this device really worth buying for the $300 price tag? Now, my honest answer is no. I mean, there's not that much that this phone can offer me personally, and again, there's probably not that much that this phone can offer you as well. You can get better experiences for either the same amount of money and get something like the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, which will give you a 1080p display, or you could save money and go like S5 or HTC One. Get a smaller display, a slightly smaller display, but basically better graphics, better hardware, better display, and a better overall experience in the G Flex. Now, the G Flex is not a bad device. It's definitely one of a kind in terms of flexibility, and I don't think there's going to be so many phones that will compete with this. Why? Because I don't think it's just necessary, or not now anyway, especially by not having a phone that can just, fold and look a little piece of origami paper and put in your pocket. Now, that's probably impossible, but again, when you think about flexible, you really are thinking about flexible. Now, this is flexible, but it's it's not the same way that we like to imagine in our own minds. So my final verdict of this phone is for $299, it's pretty darn expensive for my taste. I would stay away from it. I would get something like the Note 3 for the same money, or I would save money and get something less expensive like the HTC One, the S4, the S5, the new HTC One's right out of the corner. So yeah, that's my verdict on the LG G Flex. It's definitely still a really interesting phone. I mean, it definitely had a lot of you guys interested in the technology. You guys definitely showed that in the video views. So make sure to leave me comments and likes below. Let us know if I missed anything on the G Flex. I can definitely touch up in some kind of revisited video in the future. But my name is Marco Hanna from PhoneDog.com. Thanks for bearing with me. I am under the weather. I should be back in full force by tomorrow or next week. So make sure to stay tuned to PhoneDog.com and YouTube.com/PhoneDog, and I'll see you guys in the next video.